So, Taurus, yeah, I can see why those two cards popped out on the top because they are basically the overall arching message of what is being explained here to me in the spread, and that is there's a sacrifice to be made in September. It's going to come in suddenly. It's going to come in unexpected. Um, and I think it has something to do with work. But I think this is because you put your trust or your faith in somebody that you shouldn't have. This person was being deceptive with you. And I don't want to say was, it can still occur. It's not something that I know this is September reading, but I'm recording this on the 7th of September, so it can be from the 7th on, right? Um, but I kind of feel like you put your trust in somebody who took advantage of you because maybe you were too gullible. That's the word I'm getting. You were too gullible. You trusted this person. You were just too trusting. And you went about your business believing that this person was going to fulfill whatever promises they made to you. But you're going to realize this month that they actually used whatever information they obtained from you, they used it against you. This is a work-related thing. This can be something where somebody tries to get you fired. Maybe they see you as competition. Okay? If it's not regarding work, I have a lot of pentacle cards here. We have the 10 of pentacles, the 8, the Knight, the 4. I mean, it pretty much dominates the reading. So I think this has to do with money for a lot of you. If it's not work-related, it may be money related to, like with finances regarding home. Maybe you find out somebody is lying to you about how they're spending their money or how much they're saving. And it causes this big disruption in your relationship, in your home life. Maybe it causes you to be more strict and conservative with yourself and your spending and what you are willing to spend your money on. It's kind of like there's going to be a slow and steady progression from this point forward about rebuilding either trust or rebuilding financially your bank account. It's going to be a slow and steady process for you for the month of September, okay? It's telling you to mind your finances, make sure that you're holding on to not spending unwisely or unnecessarily. I think this is something that obviously upsets you a lot, whatever this person does. That's the main message I'm getting here, guys. And this isn't going to apply to everyone. This is a general reading. This may just apply to those who need to hear this message. I have a Taurus family member, and I can tell you that they have the best heart. They're the most loving person and sweetest person, right? But they can be gullible sometimes, too trusting, right? If that's you, just be aware of that. If something seems too good to be true, or somebody's offering to help you in some way to maybe cut down on your time or make something easier for you, I wouldn't take them up on the offer this month. Whomever this is, it seems like a sweet offer. It seems like they're being genuine, but I don't see that they are. Or it can be that you've made a genuine sweet offer to somebody else and they're taking advantage of your offer and using it against you somehow. Either way, it's disrupting your life, most likely disrupting your finances, and it's causing you a lot of, I want to say, anger, stress. Let's pull some Gypsy Oracle cards on this and let's see what additional information comes out. I want to say there's somebody who is jealous of you in some way. It's almost like, I want to say they're jealous of what you have and maybe what they've lost, or they're wanting to see you lose something. okay? They're acting, here we have the service card, they're acting as if they have good intentions with whatever offer they're making to you. It's not a good offer. Just trust that. It seems sweet and genuine. May even be from a kid. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but the pages can be either really immature acting individuals or insecure or, even age-wise, they can be someone who's really young. So just be on the lookout for that. Maybe some of you are dealing with like a child custody situation, and that's the child is somebody who's a water sign. I'll say Leo, I'm sorry, not a Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Maybe that's the situation. And there's some disruptive news that just upsets you, We do have the Ten of Pentacles here, so this can be a family dynamic or a family situation. Cards are just reiterating, this is not a solid offer. This Seven of Swords, it's lies, deceit. It's someone stealing right under your nose. That's why this man is carrying away these swords in broad daylight to depict somebody getting away with something or trying to get away with something right under your nose. You don't even realize that they're trying to do it because you're just too maybe gullible and trusting. Maybe this card is saying this is somebody that you work with. Anyway, these three cards that I pulled on the Seven of Swords are saying that this message seems like an offer of help. It seems like this person is coming through for you in a big way. You really start to think, wow, this person's really a good standout person, or maybe this person's really trying to make an effort, or what have you. But it's not genuine for whatever reason. Someone may be dishonest with the commitments they're making to you. Can be one of on a romantic nature, or someone, because we have the wife card here, but she also has children, so it can be someone that you have children with, or you're the mother of a child and you're dealing with someone that has this energy. You can be male too, and vice versa. You're dealing with a female that's putting you through this. In the beginning, it seems like they're really making an effort, or they're really trying to come through. But again, we just have like whatever the outcome is, despair. I mean, on the Tower, despair, the outcome card is like, oh, I can't believe that I put myself in that predicament, that I actually trusted that person. I can't believe I was that naive to trust that person that way. What was I thinking? Looking back on it after the fact, you look at it and you're like, what was I thinking? Because somebody has a conversation with you, okay? And it seems like a very positive thing. Again, I'll say, if something seems too good to be true this month, just trust that it is. It's just too good to be true, This is a month to really kind of be more on the observation side, okay? People are going to make promises that they can't keep. People are and maybe looking for scandalous opportunities to take advantage of you in some form or another. Maybe financially, maybe on the job front, maybe at home, whatever it is. Just keep an eye out. Anyway, this person's making promises they can't keep. They're trying to tell you, oh, this is a great opportunity. But look at, then we have the Enemy card. This person's not in it for the right reasons. They're not doing it for the right reasons. They're just hoping and waiting, and they're anticipating that, you know what, you're going to take them up on this. Don't do it. I'm going to look at the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like in the end, a family member is going to come through for you and help you out of whatever challenging situation this is that you're facing. It can be a sibling, it can be a parent. You're kind of in a situation after this happens where you're not trusting anybody ever again. It kind of closes you off, and it's so sad because you're such a trusting, loving person, and for somebody to take advantage of you the way that they have and put you in this situation to where you're just closed off from being vulnerable with somebody who truly deserves it, that's just I'm sorry, excuse my language, but that's just fucked up. I can't stand when people do stupid shit like that. Like, if your life's a mess, why do you gotta go mess up somebody else's? You know, why do you gotta be an ass? Like, I just hate that for you. Yeah, this really bothers me. But basically, on this Four of Pentacles, it's like this person. This card's all about shallowness, um, fickleness. This person's just in it for their own personal gain. They're not even seeing the true consequences of what they've done or what they're doing. But it does end some naivety for you, and it forces you to recognize that there's not great people. There's some, people take advantage. Not everybody's a great person. You can't just trust anybody. Oh, my heart's breaking for you over this damn person. Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving energy, a stable energy, can be an earth sign like yourself, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, okay? It doesn't have to be, but it can be somebody that comes in out of your family. I want to say it's somebody like, it can be a cousin, sibling, but it's a relative. It doesn't have to be immediate, but it's somebody that comes through for you to help you. On the Knight of Pentacles, though, it's like, this person comes in to help you after you've gone through some sorrow and some feeling of entrapment, feeling like you can't break free of whatever this situation is. So just be on the lookout, guys. Save your love and your vulnerability and your trust for those who deserve it. There's a lot of reflection for you, I feel, on your past and what you saw growing up regarding relationships and love and what love looked like. I feel like you're rethinking, maybe you're thinking about your grandparents and their relationship, or your parents, your mother and your father, or you're thinking about your aunt and uncle. Whether it's a positive or a negative experience that you encountered, I feel like you're reflecting on this in the early part of September, maybe even to middle part of September. And you're understanding that there is a need for you to heal whatever this is, because it's been such a burden on you for so long. And it's really, I can't talk, this damn Mercury retrograde. I'm a Virgo, so I've been dealing with this energy and it's just crazy. Sorry. What I was going to say is you've been dealing with this for just way too long, and it's just a heavy burden for you. It's really affecting your relationships. It's affecting how you perceive yourself and others in the relationship, and just your outlook on how the relationship can be as a whole. I feel like for some of you, you may have had a father who was very controlling, or maybe your father wasn't around at all. And this has caused some, you're looking at yourself as a child and you're saying, you know what, emotionally I really needed that. I really needed that father figure there, because if I would have had that father figure there, I wouldn't have felt this way about relationships. Or if my father was more emotional, if my father was more nurturing and empathetic or loving towards me, maybe I'd be a different person, or I'd perceive relationships differently. So I feel like there's a lot of internal work where it comes to that in the beginning to mid-month. A lot of reflection. What this ultimately does for you, and I think you'll come to see it by the end of the month, is it breaks you out of a very vicious cycle that you've been putting yourself through regarding, again, your negativity in relationships. And for some of you, if you've had a great upbringing, I just want to say this before I move on to these cards, but if you've had a great upbringing, you're still focused on what's been going on. You're still focused on your father's influence on your life, and you're focused on how that impacted you and how you perceive relationships. And because you're identifying key triggers for yourself that makes you attracted to maybe the wrong kind of people, or whatever it may be that's kept you single up to this point, this is a big breakthrough for you. And the High Priestess here, as the overall message, is saying this is about higher evolution. This is about emotional, spiritual maturity. Because when we learn how to love in a more mature manner, we are more spiritual. Okay? And we are more emotionally mature. So anyway, I think when you acknowledge this, it brings in this new time for you. I mean, the Ace of Cups is beautiful with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands. It's almost like what you've been asking for in relationships, you're going to get. And you're going to get that emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. I want to say for some of you, it may be a time where you reconnect with a father, or you reconnect with a father figure. Or it's a time when you decide to heal a bond or a relationship with a father figure as well. That really helps you move on and be prepared for the relationship that ultimately is the relationship that you've been waiting for. But I see a lot of reflection this month, and I have to say, this is some heavy energy. So it may not be something that started this month and ended this month. This could be something that, I mean, obviously with the Ten of Wands, it's ongoing. It's been ongoing. The 10 represents its ending now. It's on its way out. This Knight of Swords is energy. He's moving this energy out. Okay? You're releasing what you need to release and let go of. But this is something that can still continue on after September as well.